moments, this is not just another message you scroll past. This is not just another voice speaking into the noise of your day. This is a moment that has been waiting for you, a moment that has been aligning itself behind the scenes of your life, quietly, patiently, until you were ready to hear it. And now you are here. Not by accident, not by coincidence, but by design. That deep, unshakable knowing that you are meant for something more. Not in a vague, wishful way, but in a way that almost scares you. A way that feels too big, too real, too demanding. And what did you do? You delayed. You told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel ready. I'll move when the time is right. But let me tell you something that most people will never understand. The time is never right. The time becomes right when you decide it is. You see, delay is the most dangerous trap placed in the path of a chosen one. It doesn't look like failure. It doesn't feel like giving up. It feels like patience. It feels like caution. It feels like waiting for clarity. But in reality, it is silent resistance. And resistance is what keeps extraordinary people living ordinary lives. Chosen one, you are not here to be ordinary. You are here to break patterns. You are here to step into something that requires courage, urgency, and unwavering belief. And none of those things can grow inside a life built on delay. Every time you hesitate, you send a message to yourself. I am not ready. I am not capable. This can wait. And over time, that message becomes your reality. But today, that pattern ends. Today, you interrupt the cycle. Because deep down, you already know what you've been delaying. You know the decision you've been avoiding. You know the step you've been afraid to take. You know the version of yourself that has been waiting patiently for you to finally say, enough. Enough waiting. Enough doubting. Enough shrinking. Chosen one, your life is not waiting for permission. It is waiting for action. Look at where you are right now. Look at the dreams that still live inside you. Look at the ideas that keep returning, no matter how many times you try to ignore them. Those are not random thoughts. Those are instructions. And every day you delay, you are ignoring the very blueprint of your purpose. But here is the truth that will shift everything for you. You do not need to have it all figured out to begin. You just need to move. Action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action transforms potential into reality. Not thinking, not waiting, not planning endlessly, but doing. Chosen one, you have spent enough time preparing. You have spent enough time learning, observing, analyzing. Now it is time to execute. Because the version of you that you keep envisioning, that powerful, confident, unstoppable version, that version does not hesitate. That version does not wait for perfect conditions. That version moves even when afraid. And that is the version you must become, right now. Not next week, not next year. Now, understand this. Delay is expensive. It costs you opportunities you cannot see. It costs you growth you cannot measure. It costs you time you cannot get back. And the longer you wait, the heavier it becomes to start. But the moment you take one step, just one, everything begins to shift. Energy changes. Momentum builds. Doors begin to open. Not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did. Chosen one, there is something powerful about deciding. Not wishing, not hoping, not considering, deciding. When you decide, you draw a line between who you were and who you are becoming. And once that line is drawn, there is no going back. So I ask you now, how much longer will you wait? How much longer will you silence that voice inside you? How much longer will you delay the life that is trying to reach you? Because here is the truth. No one is coming to push you. No one is coming to give you permission. No one is coming to tell you that you are ready. That moment is this moment, and that permission must come from you. Chosen one, you have everything you need to begin. Not everything you need to finish, but everything you need to start. And starting is where transformation begins. So take the step, make the decision, send the message, start the project, leave what no longer serves you. Step into the unknown. Because your destiny is not found in comfort, it is found in movement. And the longer you delay, the louder the regret will become. But when you act, when you finally say, I will not wait anymore, you step into alignment with something greater than fear. You step into power, you step into purpose. And most importantly, you step into the truth of who you were always meant to be. Chosen one, this is your moment, not later, not someday. Now. So hear this one last time and let it echo in your soul. Do not delay any longer. Because your future is not waiting patiently. It is waiting urgently, and it is calling your name. Will you answer? Chosen one, if you are still here, still listening, still feeling that fire building inside your chest, then understand this. Something within you has already decided. You may not have spoken it out loud yet. You may not have taken the full step yet, but a shift has already begun. A quiet, powerful shift that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. Because not everyone makes it to this moment. Many hear messages like this and feel inspired for a few minutes, then return to their old patterns. They go back to comfort, back to delay, back to convincing themselves that there's still time. But you feel something deeper than motivation. You feel urgency. And urgency is the language of the chosen. It is the signal that your moment is not in the future, it is now. It is knocking, not gently, but persistently. And the longer you ignore it, the louder it becomes. Chosen one, let's speak honestly. Delay is not just about time. It is about fear to failing, fear of being seen, fear of stepping into a version of yourself that you have never fully embraced before. Because stepping forward means leaving behind the identity you've grown comfortable with, even if that identity has been limiting you. And that is where most people stop. They don't fear failure as much as they fear transformation. They don't fear losing, they fear becoming. But you were not created to stay the same. Growth requires discomfort. Expansion requires risk, and purpose requires movement. You cannot become who you are meant to be while holding on to who you used to be. So yes, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, it feels uncertain. Yes, it feels like you're stepping into something bigger than you can fully control. But that is exactly how you know you're on the right path. Chosen one, comfort is not your calling. Evolution is. Think about every moment in your life where you truly grew, where you became stronger, wiser, more aware. It didn't happen when everything was easy. It happened when you were challenged, when you were pushed, when you were forced to make a decision that changed everything. And this moment, right now, is one of those moments. You can feel it. A crossroads. One path leads back to the familiar, to delay, to excuses, to maybe someday. The other path leads forward, into uncertainty, into growth, into the life that has been waiting for you. And here's the truth. Both paths are difficult. One is the pain of staying stuck. The other is the pain of growth. But only one of them leads to the life you actually want. So choose wisely. Chosen one, there is a version of you that already exists in the future. A version of you that has done the hard things. A version of you that didn't quit. A version of you that stopped delaying and started living with intention. That version of you is not unreachable. It is not a fantasy. It is a result. A result of decisions. A result of action. A result of refusing to wait any longer. And every step you take today brings you closer to that version. Every moment you choose action over hesitation, you collapse the distance between who you are and who you are becoming. But every moment you delay, you push that version further away. Chosen one, time is not slowing down for you. Life is moving. Opportunities are shifting. Doors are opening and closing every single day. And the truth is, some doors will not wait. Some chances will not return. Some moments are meant to be seized when they appear, or they disappear. That's why this message is not gentle. That's why it is not asking you politely. It is telling you, move now, not recklessly, not without thought, but without delay, because you already have enough clarity to take the first step. You don't need a perfect plan. You need courage. You don't need guaranteed success. You need commitment. You don't need everything to align. You need to begin. Chosen one, let go of the illusion that you have unlimited time. That illusion has kept too many people trapped in lives they never truly wanted. They told themselves later, until later became never. But that will not be your story. Not anymore. Because now you see it. Now you feel it. Now you understand that delay is not neutral, it is a decision. A decision to stay where you are. A decision to postpone your own growth. A decision to deny yourself the life that is waiting on the other side of action. And you are done making that decision. From this moment forward, you choose differently. You choose movement. You choose courage. You choose to trust that even if you don't know exactly how everything will unfold, you will figure it out along the way. Because that's what chosen ones do. They don't wait for certainty. They create it. They don't wait for opportunities. They step into them. They don't wait for the perfect version of themselves. They become it through action. Chosen one, listen closely. You are more ready than you think. You are more capable than you've allowed yourself to believe, and you are closer than you realize. The only thing standing between you and the next level of your life is the decision to stop delaying. That's it. Not talent, not resources, not luck. Decision, so make it, right here, right now. Decide that you will no longer ignore your calling. Decide that you will no longer shrink to fit into spaces you've outgrown. Decide that you will no longer wait for a better time, because the best time is the time you choose to act. Chosen one, imagine yourself a year from now. Two versions, one where you continued to delay, where nothing really changed, where the same thoughts, the same doubts, the same patterns followed you day after day. And another version where you took the step, where you faced the fear, where you moved forward even when it was uncomfortable. That version of you is stronger, more confident, more aligned, more alive. Which version do you want to become? Because both are being created right now by your decisions. Chosen one, this is not just motivation. This is a turning point, a line in the sand, a moment where you either continue the cycle or break it. And breaking it starts with one simple, powerful act. Do something, not everything, just something. One step, one move, one decision that aligns with the life you want. And then another, and another, until momentum takes over, until action becomes your habit, until delay no longer has power over you. Because once you experience what happens when you stop waiting, you will never want to go back. Chosen one, your life is not meant to be lived on pause. It is meant to be lived fully, boldly, intentionally. And that life begins the moment you stop delaying and start doing. So stand up, take the step, make the move, and step into the path that has been calling you all along. Because this is your time, this is your moment, and you already know what to do. Now go and do it.